Hey puzzle besties, welcome back to my channel, Javys Puzzle Odyssey. Alright guys, today is the day I am going to be starting the 9,000 piece Disney puzzle, the greatest Disney collection. I have this puzzle maybe over a year now and never cracked it open. So for today's video, we're gonna do the unboxing of this big hefty box. We are gonna talk about the quality for this video. I've never reviewed Truffle Prime, and this specific one is from their Unlimited Fit Technology series. So they all the truffle puzzles have different kinds. Like there's Truffle Prime, and I forget the other truffle ones. There's like the regular one or the standard cut. So today, for this episode, I'll be touching on the quality for the Prime Unlimited Fit Technology. I think I have a few other truffle puzzles, and this one's quite different. So, and I've done truffle before, and I like their quality for sure. So we're gonna be getting into that, and we will touch on some Disney for the time lapse, my process. I am not mixing the packages up right now. So to start this series off, I'm going to start with opening just one bag. So the puzzle is divided into 6 different sections. Here goes the poster, which we'll do a full unboxing, but just to show you right here. And each section is labeled in letters starting from A and so on. So for this one, I will be keeping the package together. Although I think if I mix the bags, it would definitely be okay because the image is in frames, and I feel like every section, all the colors are very distinct in each section. But if I mixed all the bags up, then that means it will take me longer to do the puzzle, and I really don't want to take long to do this puzzle. I've been wanting to do it for a long time. Also, it is more space efficient to do it this way, saves me time. I am also working on other videos. I have to do, which I'm going to be doing soon, is a review on D. McAdam. Initially, I was going to do the Alice in Wonderland D. McAdam, but I'm doing a Disney puzzle, so I think I might switch it up. But let me know. I don't want to do Disney after Disney after Disney, so I might just switch it up and change it up and do a different one. But yeah, I'm super excited. I'm thinking for the first 3 sections, I will do them separate, and maybe the last 2 sections or the last 3 sections mix up the bag. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I think by that point, I'll have a little bit more time to do it, but I really want to get this puzzle done. Also, you know, it takes a lot of time to edit the videos. I'm also a student and I work a full-time job, so I don't know about doing 9,000 pieces all at once just yet. However, at some point, I will definitely do big count puzzles. I think I have a year and some change left with school. So at some point, I will definitely get onto that in the channel, maybe do some lives doing a big puzzle together. That's all to come in the future. Or maybe my big milestone. I have that 5,000 Space Odyssey puzzle. I'm thinking about doing that one for the 1,000 subscriber milestone. So let me know in the comments if that's something you guys would like to see in the future, maybe for that milestone. I have other 5,000 piece puzzles in my wish list. So when I get those puzzles, I can also wait and show you guys what I have. I don't know how soon I'll be getting those puzzles, but I kind of know I'm getting them because they're on my wish list, and my birthday is coming up, and people buy me puzzles for my birthday and for Christmas and the holidays. So I know I'll get them eventually, and if they don't get them and I see the price drop, I get them myself. So we'll see. But yeah, guys, also I want to say thank you. Before we get into this, Please remember to share, like, and subscribe. It really helps with the growth of my channel. We've hit 600 subscribers and we're only going up from here. And that means I will be able to produce way more content, more things that you guys like. Let me know in the comments. More casual days, more speed puzzling days, more shop with me. We're going to hold off on the shop with me for a little bit because I need to get some puzzles done and clear up some puzzles and make some space. So, but you guys know I'm full of crap. Like I'll say I'm not going to do any shop with me, and next thing you know, I'm shopping with you guys at the Goodwill Second Ave. So, but there's a couple more Second Ave stores I want to take you guys with me. There's one in Cherry Hill. There's one in Northeast Philadelphia. I want to hit those stores up, so stay with me. We'll get it there. But yeah, I'm excited. Let's get into this unboxing. I'm going to give you guys a close-up of what this puzzle is like, and then we'll get into a time lapse, and then we will talk Disney. I love Disney. All right, it is such a huge box. So I wanted to give you guys a close-up. I can't believe I'm finally cracking this open. Mind you, I think I bought this about a year ago. Like a year I bought this. But we'll crack it open. We'll start. I feel like I want to start from the beginning because for the voiceover, I want to talk about the history of Disney, since this is called the Disney Greatest Collection. And this episode, we'll talk about Disney, and then we will also talk about the quality, because we've never done truffle here in the channel. And I'm super excited, guys. But let me show you the box. It's pretty heavy. I say it weighs about 25 pounds, maybe 20 pounds, somewhere like that. But I've done truffle before, but I've never done truffle prime. I've done some of their 500 pieces, and they're very similar to like Ravensburger or Clementoni, like that. Good quality. Smart puzzle cut. It's as thick as puzzles. Here's a picture of the image. You have on the box a wraparound. Same thing over here, same information. You got some more pictures over here. And then the back is pretty much the same thing. So the bottom of the box shows you how to assemble it, which is pretty cool. So you do sections A, B, C, D, E, F. You take apart the inner edges of each section when you complete them all, and then you connect them, which is pretty decent. I like that a lot. So you have 6 bags of 1,500 pieces, puzzles. Let's do that all over. 6 bags with 1,500 piece puzzles, each marked with A, B, C, D, E, F letters. Poster which facilitates assembling the puzzle. Puzzle assembly instructions are in there, and pretty much the instructions have the same thing. The cool thing about the unlimited fit technology that Truffle has is that you can do other Truffle puzzles that have this unlimited fit technology and connect them. And there's different ways you can connect them. So obviously I'm going to do it this way, because I feel like that way makes the most sense. But if you get any more, you can continue connecting them. But yeah, we'll open it up. And it's like the biggest box of a puzzle I ever had. We have the poster. So we're gonna start with section A. And we'll pull out that bag. Fun fact, guys. When I first bought this puzzle and I received it in the mail, all of the bags were busted open. So they came in these bags. They're really loud. And they bust open. So everything inside the puzzle was spilled. And Truffle has really good customer service. I reached out to them and they were very apologetic. They asked me if I would like if they would like me to send them a brand new puzzle. Not a brand new puzzle, the bags and replacement. They admittedly recognized that there have been an issue where the bags were exploding during cargo. So, and yeah, these bags feel so weird. So I wonder if they changed it. I recently ordered a new one, so this was one of the damaged bags, E. They put another bag over it. So we're gonna start with A. And all the pieces were spilled inside the box. I was like, because I literally was not planning on, I did not plan on doing this mixed all together because I'm in school, I'm doing this content for you guys. It's a lot, so you know, I don't have time to sit here and surf for hours. So at some point I will get there at some point when I have more free time to do videos, but for now we're gonna do the sections. And plus I feel like I'm gonna enjoy it more this way. So I'm pulling out bag A, B, C, D, E, and F. So we'll leave the poster out. Here's the instruction manual that it comes with. Again, it just tells you how to use the unlimited fix. Some information about the contents in the box. It actually contains a total of 8,468 pieces, I guess. They rounded up to 9,000 to make it a 9,000 piece puzzle that is more, I don't know what I want to say. It's more appeasing to hear, I guess. I don't know. There's something I'm trying to say, but for marketing purposes, they're going to market it as a 9,000 piece puzzle. But did you guys know, even when you get a Ravensburger that's 1,000 pieces, usually 1,008 pieces. But here you have the instructions, different languages. I really don't need the instructions. There is a scan you can use, but it's the Greatest Disney Collection. I'm super excited, guys. I want to open the bag and show you the pieces. For now, we're going to move this big, beautiful box. Guys, remember I did a puzzle with this image on Clementoni and this one? Now, they were standing different in the picture, but same image. Interesting. But I wish we knew who the artists were. I have Disney puzzles from the Mega brand where they show who the artist is. For some reason, they're not on these well-known brands, and it's probably, I don't know, maybe licensing issue, like you buy the license for the art or whatever. But yeah, I'm interested to see how small this 1,500 piece puzzle is going to be, because when I'm looking at these pieces, the pieces are very, very tiny, guys. They are very small. These are so, oh my goodness, definitely different than what I'm used to. This is crazy. The pieces are tiny, but the quality feels amazing. I'm gonna grab a Ravensburger puzzle real quick just to show you guys how tiny the puzzle is. It's so tiny, I cannot believe it. I'm grabbing this Ravensburger puzzle, 1,000 piece puzzle. And look at that. So tiny. I don't know if you guys, I feel like the lighting is a little weird in here right now. All right, here we go. Oh my God, it's a baby. It's just a baby. So you cannot mix this puzzle with another puzzle because it is very unique. But the quality, I can tell you, feels amazing. Nice matte. Nice, very matte pieces. And the image quality so far looks amazing. I'm like trying to find something with some characters on it. Here we go. Very, very nice. Very good quality. Very good quality. Pieces feel nice and sturdy, and they are nice and thick. Even though they're just babies, they're nice. Oops, sorry. Nice and thick. So there goes the unboxing. I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like. We are doing image A, which is the first part. So they have this here that you can cut off and use, which I feel like is really small, and then this is like really big. You know what I wish? I got 6 individual posters with each section, but this is fine. You can fold it up. We have Mickey at the beginning and everything going through the years. I'm assuming it's through the years of release date, but I'll do some research for the time lapse and we will go over it. But I'm super excited. I can't wait to get into this. I love it. I love it. I love the images on here. It is going to be a beaut. So, and I'm going to put the frames on it because when I'm done with them, I'm going to put them to the side and build the next section for each episode. And when it's all complete, I will put everything together. So let's go. And then real quick, I just wanted to show you guys some of the shape variety that we have. This box is creating a shadow. So even their pieces have unique shapes, like even the pieces that are the same. So if you can see that cut there, and hang on. Okay, I wanted to remove the shadow, and I feel like the shadow's still in the way, but it's the best I can do right now. But if you can see up close, like the shapes are very unique, very different. So that's going to be very helpful with putting this puzzle together. Not that I don't feel like I'm going to be doing a lot of shape sorting, because like the image is so bright and colorful and everything has its own place. I think I'll be fine. I feel like that's going to be the challenging part. But it's pretty straightforward, right? I think so. Let's see. I'll probably time myself doing each section. But, all right. Now we're going to get into it. All right, guys, the edges are complete. Well, technically not complete, but I'm missing like maybe a piece here and a piece here. The pieces, again, they're super tiny, but I did the best I could. And I am going to start putting pieces together. They are super tiny, guys. Hopefully you guys can see in the hyperlapse. But yeah, I'm excited. We have all the skin texture here and a little bit of everything. All right. All right, guys. I'm so happy to finally be doing this puzzle. And let me just say, I was super nervous when I saw how tiny the pieces were. But everything was so detailed that I honestly did not have to stress at all. So if you're someone out there looking to do a 9,000 piece puzzle, it's not technically 9,000 pieces, I know, because I am doing it by sections. If I combined everything together, it would be 9,000 pieces, but I don't have time for that right now, so I want to enjoy the puzzle as best as I can. I do think, though, that if I were to mix these bags up, I could definitely do this puzzle with no problem. It'll be tons of sorting, and I don't have a lot of time with editing, between editing, school, and, producing more content for you guys. But yeah, so thank you for joining me today. I wanted to talk about Disney, and I noticed something that in the years on the images, it starts at 1928, 1933, and 1937, which was, 1928, which was the birth of Disney and Mickey Mouse. So let's rewind back in time where it all began, 1928. The year changed animation forever. Walt Disney and UB Iwerks created a character that will become the face of a generation, Mickey Mouse. I know I mentioned before, like, Mickey was one of my nicknames when I was a kid. I think my dad was making fun of me because he said I ate like a little mouse, so Mickey Mouse. But just crazy to think how old Mickey is. But Mickey made his debut in Steamboat Willie, which wasn't just Mickey's first appearance. It was one of the first animations that synchronized sound. Imagine how revolutionary that was. Audiences in 1928 were blown away. Walt Disney was already working in animation with earlier characters like Oswald, the Lucky Rabbit, but after losing the rights to Oswald, I think I'm saying it right, he needed something new. And from that challenge came Mickey, a cheerful, clever, and sometimes mischievous little mouse who would soon become a global icon. Mickey represents the spirit of Disney, creative, optimistic, and endlessly curious. In this puzzle, we see him in early black and white style, possibly even in that classic steamboat pose and one hand on the wheel whistling away. That little picture you'll see towards the end that I put together there on the corner, that black and white picture, I felt like that was one of his like classic original looks. But fun fact, Mickey was actually voiced by Walt Disney himself until 1947. All right, and we'll jump over to Snow White. I love Snow White. She's just one of those like iconic Disney princesses that just stood relevant from such a long time ago. But jumping ahead to 1937, we meet one of Disney's most groundbreaking creations, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I love that movie. I did watch the live recently and I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. But I felt like no live adaptation is ever going to meet original Disney animation standards. But it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. But this was the first ever full-length animated feature film at the time. People thought Walt Disney was crazy, a cartoon movie that long with a serious story. They called it Disney's folly. But Walt believed in the magic, and he was right. Snow White became a sensation. It showed the world that animation could be more than silly shorts. It could be emotional, beautiful, timeless, and with that, Disney Studios became storytelling powerhouse. In this section of the puzzle towards the right, you see that I'm starting to build Snow White. And then the dwarves right there. Her soft smile brings warmth, innocence to the scene. She's one of the earliest examples of Disney princess, kind, trusting, and full heart. Fun fact, the voice of Snow White, Adriana Casalati, was under a very strict contract. Walt wanted her voice to remain special, so she wasn't allowed to sing or act in anything else for years. I think that was kind of mean, in my opinion. But I understand that, she's like exclusive to the character, but I don't know. I feel like that's a little harsh, but that's the industry for you. I don't agree with it, but what am I gonna do? Let's talk about the Evil Queen because she is featured on this puzzle. The Evil Queen, as you can see, she was probably the hardest section. Her section was more smaller, so Mickey and Snow White was easier to put together. Their color was nice, bright, vibrant. A lot of the Evil Queen colors kind of blended in with the colors of the puzzle, so it was very difficult. But of course, you can't have a great fairy tale without a little darkness. Enter the Evil Queen, also known as Queen Grimhild. She was Disney's first ever villain, and boy, did they set the standard. Regal, vain, and absolutely terrifying, she's obsessed with being the fairest of them all. The iconic magic mirror moment, "Mirror, mirror on the wall," has become a legendary quote. Guys, if you don't know, it's actually not mirror, mirror on the wall. It's magic mirror on the wall. I don't know how the heck I never noticed that as a kid. I've been saying mirror, mirror on the wall for my whole entire existence. And I notice in a lot of music, when celebrities sing that phrase, they say mirror, mirror. They don't say magic mirror. So I don't know, guys. There's a bunch of controversy around it, or a lot of like theories or conspiracies that it's a Mandela effect, that it's always been mirror, mirror, but it's not mirror, mirror. I don't know, but if anyone knows in the comment, let me know. But we are going to have a quick check-in at some point, or a midway check-in. And we'll be right back with some more information about the Evil Queen. All right, guys, quick little check-in. I am more than halfway done, but I just wanted to show you guys the progress, a little bit of some of it in real time. All right, so I have been having so much fun with the puzzle so far. I have a bit of a mess on the board and on the trays. I haven't really been sorting, really just kind of been picking from the trays from what I already sorted. There have been some mini sorting happening here and there, but the pieces are so detailed that I didn't really have to resort to too much sorting. So I can tell where everything goes just by looking at the pieces, very detailed. Now, the only complaint I have is that some of the nubs are short. So for example, you can kind of just pull a piece out and they're like a little, some of them are a little short, so you can, sometimes you have to wiggle them a little bit to see if they belong in there. Do you see what I'm saying? It doesn't, it is fully interlocking, but you can wiggle pieces out. But just one thing that I didn't really care for too much. Besides that, the quality has been amazing, and I've been able to just puzzle very smoothly. So I'm having tons of fun. I love all the bright colors. Look how beautiful everything is coming out. Very matte, very vibrant. I'm almost there. So we will continue to puzzle. The Evil Queen's transformation into the old hag to trick Snow White with a poisoned apple was shocking for audience back then. She was elegant and terrifying all at once, a combination that has influenced Disney villains ever since. Fun fact, Lucille Laverne, the voice actress for the Queen, reportedly took out her false teeth to create the raspy voice of the old witch. That's dedication. And actually freaking genius, right? Like, like you have to be very smart to think about doing that. And a lot of people are very concerned about their image, but she probably was like, whatever, taking these things off, and I'm going to get this voice right. I love it. But the Evil Queen is not one of my favorite villains, although Maleficent is my favorite. I do love the Evil Queen. I like a lot of her lines in the movie, and I thought for the new live action, I didn't care for the new Evil Queen. I feel like she didn't embody it the way I wanted it to be embodied, but yeah. But just to sum things up, guys, Disney's legacy and the magic of Walt Disney started with a dream and a mouse. I don't think even he could have imagined what it would become. From Mickey to Snow White and beyond, Disney has shaped pop culture, childhood, and now you have them on Disney puzzles, Jigsaw puzzles. As we work through each section in this series, I'm going to touch on some history, like this voiceover. So let me know if you guys enjoyed it. I really love looking at the history of Disney and seeing how small it was and then how big it became. I just think that's very interesting to learn about. But let me know if you enjoyed this voiceover. Happy to tweak it and maybe touch on anything else. I look forward to talking to you guys at the end and give you my final thoughts. We're going to go over equality with truffle and how much I enjoyed the puzzle. So I'll see you guys at the end. All right, guys, the puzzle is complete. I love it. I love it. I love it. For a moment there, I thought I was missing a piece, and there was a piece missing, but I found it. But the good thing about Truffle, I was looking in the package, you can order just a single missing piece. And I believe that is because it is the same piece cut repeated across each puzzle. And the reason for that is the unlimited fit technology. In order for it to all connect at the end, it needs to be the same piece cut every time, right? So I'm super excited. We have the first section done. I want to give my final thoughts on Truffle Prime, the Ultimate Fit Technology series of the puzzle. I love the quality. Truffle just in general, I've done Truffle before. I didn't do the Unlimited Prime yet, but this one, it's a yes for me. The quality feels so good. You have a sturdy cardboard. You have the blue backing. It's like a light blue backing. The print, the image quality print is a 10 out of 10. Very bright, very vibrant, very clear. For this to be a 1,500 piece section, I felt like I did it in the amount of time I would do a 1,000 piece puzzle. Now, I spent, I want to say, over maybe 9 hours total. I don't know exactly. I didn't time myself. Maybe I'll time myself with the next section. But yeah, it is fully interlocking, and I have it on a cardboard right now, on a foam board, because this is where I'm going to store each section before I connect them. Now, the only complaint I have, and it's not really a complaint, it's more of like a personal preference. The piece cut, some of the nubs are short, and I mentioned this in my midpoint check-in, or my check-in clip, where like the nubs on the pieces are a little bit smaller. Appa's moving my tripod. Sir. Sorry. The nubs on some of the pieces can be small, and they kind of wiggle. It's like they interlock, but they kind of wiggle in place. So that was my only complaint. And it's not really a complaint. It's more of a, I guess it is a complaint. It is what it is. But besides that, I really enjoyed the quality 100%. Well, oh, one thing I forgot to mention, that with those nubs feeling a little weird sometimes, you kind of might feel like you have a false fit. My cat is very active right now. He's playing. He's playing with his toy. So we'll let that go for a second. I would show you guys what he's doing, but I'm across the table. He's on the other side, so I would have to like grab my camera, but thanks, Appa. I'm happy that you're having fun though. It is fully interlocking, and I want to pick it up, and I can pick it up, and I was able to move sections across. It is a little bit on the crumblier side, but that doesn't bother me one bit, and that's not a complaint of mine. I just hate when puzzles have the cut of the pieces that go together, when they make them like short, or they don't make them like unique enough to where they kind of don't lock. But then again, I get annoyed when they interlock too much, and then you're trying to take a piece apart and it's like ripping the image. So you know what? Yeah, it is what it is. I give quality 9 out of 10. Truffle is really good. They're really sturdy, and I highly recommend anyone who wants to do this puzzle to do it. We still have 5 more bags to go, so I'll do them as I can, and then at the end we will connect them all on my dining room table. My table is not wide enough. I did the measurements of the complete puzzle, and my table is not wide enough, so I do have a foam cord that I used to build the 5,000 piece puzzle. The Pokemon one a couple years ago. This was not filmed on the channel. This was done on my leisure time before I even started this channel. What I can do is see if it fits on that board at the end. If not, I'll go out and buy some foam core and extend it, and we'll put the puzzle all together. So for now, I'm going to leave it in the section complete so that I can continue to build the rest of the bags and store them until I'm ready to connect them all together. Maybe, just maybe, I might mix up the last 2 bags. So it's A, B, C, D, E, F. Maybe I'll mix E and F. Maybe. I don't know. But overall, I really enjoyed my time doing this section. It was nice to see Mickey. I was about to say Mario for some reason. See Mickey and Snow White, nice and big. They're big and they're like the spotlight of the puzzle. The pieces came together so well. The detail on it was very good. There was no point where I struggled and was like, ugh, I'm tired of doing this puzzle. I do feel like I am someone who likes to, like, I'll do a Disney puzzle, then do something completely opposite afterwards. So I might break up the series throughout the months. There might not be an episode every week of one section. I will let you guys know ahead of time when we'll get into the next section. But so far, I'm not annoyed with just doing just a Disney puzzle. Don't want to do it 6 times in a row back to back. Maybe not. But I'm having fun. And each section is giving nostalgia. It's giving me my childhood. When I was little, my dad nicknamed me Mickey. And I used to have like a lot of Mickey Mouse jewelry, Mickey Mouse clothing. But that like ended when I like got into Nightmare Before Christmas and then Pokemon. So those were like my loves as I grew up as a kid. But Mickey was a really, really, really big part. I was Mickey everything as a kid. So it was just nice to do a nice big section of him. Now the puzzle measures out, each section measures out to an average of a 1,000 piece puzzle. The pieces were really tiny. Which I'm fine with, but I know that this can probably be annoying for some. The pieces were tiny, so like grabbing little tiny pieces can be like straining on the hands. It might sound weird, but there were some points I have to do certain hand exercises like this because I can get not tendonitis, but like soreness in some of my ligaments in my arm, which I've gotten x-rays for before. And to combat that, I do these exercises where you kind of stretch the ligaments out. Because I work a typing job all day long, I'm at a computer all day long. I use an ergonomic mouse. A lot of things that I do to keep the pain. But I noticed when I was doing these little tiny pieces, my hands were starting to feel a little sore. And I think it's the way you grab a smaller piece compared to grabbing a bigger piece. I don't know. But I just wanted to mention that. Besides that, loved it, enjoyed it. I can't wait to do the next section. We'll do section B, which I think is Alice in Wonderland, which is why I don't know if I'm going to do the Alice in Wonderland D. McAdam puzzle. I kind of want to break up the frequency of Disney puzzles. But we'll see. Now I can start it. Now I have time. So we'll get into that. That video should be out by Friday, guys. So I'm hoping that it's out by Friday. If I can't get it done by Friday, I will let you all know. So I'll give you guys a heads up. But enough rambling. That is it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Helps with the channel's growth. It helps with my growth doing these videos. It lets me know that you guys like these videos. Hope you all have a wonderful day. I will see you all in the next one. Bye. Here's an example of the short nubs. It's pieces like this that irritate me because this piece can come right apart. You know, you could even see like in the gap between, they don't fully interlock. So I feel like they should just switch that up and then it'll be perfect for me. But besides that, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Look at all the details in every section, guys. Just freaking perfection in a puzzle. Says playing it cool. No problems too big. Need a hug? Mickey Mouse. Are you up for some fun? I'm your guy. I love that. Donald, Daisy. Flirty and feisty. Flirty and feisty. Donald and Daisy are the perfect couple. They even have matching tempers. So, I don't know. I just feel like that was a bit much to put on the puzzle, but I love it, guys. All right, guys. Bye.